us build a house where love can dwell and all can safely live. A place where saints and children tell how hearts learn to forgive. Built of hopes and dreams and visions, rock of faith and vault of grace. Here the love of Christ shall end divisions. All are welcome, all are welcome, all are welcome in this place. Let us build a house where prophets speak and words are strong and true, where all God's children dare to seek to dream God's reign anew. Here the cross shall stand as witness and as a symbol of God's grace. Here is one we claim the faith of Jesus. All are welcome, all are welcome, all are welcome in this place.
I joined in the work of the Disciples LGBTQ+ Alliance because too many of us are too often told there's not a place for us at the table, at God's banquet table. My son Tommy is now 14 years old. He's autistic and mostly nonverbal. When he was younger, we were asked to leave a church because of his behaviors. I was removed from a position of leadership when I came out as gay. Too many of us, too often, are told there's not a place for us at the table. I see the Spirit transforming the Christian church, Disciples of Christ, into a more just and inclusive church through education and testimony, through shifts in the language we're using, through the relationships we are building with one another. The General Assembly Resolution GA 1929 says to me that our movement for wholeness desires to honor and protect and include every body. Able bodies and temporarily abled bodies, straight bodies and gay bodies, queer bodies, white bodies and black bodies and bodies of color, young bodies and aging bodies, every body. We will not be whole until the wholeness of each member of our body is at the table, participating in full life and leadership with us. My name is Melissa Guthrie Lloyd. My pronouns are she and her. I'm the Executive Director and Minister with AllianceQ. Thank you for coming to the table to learn, share, and widen the welcome.
Hi there, I'm Robin Knauerhase, and I'm blessed to serve as moderator of the Disciples LGBTQ+ Alliance. I came to the Disciples and then to the Alliance after my home church of 15 years became uncomfortable with my journey as a woman of transgender experience. There I sat, being told that I could no longer hold any leadership positions, even though they were kind enough not to want to revoke my membership. I was already a queer ally, but betrayal by a church family lit a fire of advocacy under me that I hope never goes out. How is the Spirit working with the Alliance? In so many ways, especially as embodied in the work of the hundreds of churches, ministries, and individuals. We are teaching and training people about why sexual orientation and gender identity are not a sin, and why it's important to be active in welcoming everyone. We passed a general resolution last summer calling on the whole church to become more welcoming of and more educated about transgender and gender nonconforming people. And under the Spirit's leadership, we're working on intersectionality, how to minister to the needs of queer people from different races, cultures, and economic situations on our own and in wonderful partnership with other ministries in the Christian church. As our hashtag says, all means all.
Hi, church. My name is Sergio Centeno from the Illinois-Wisconsin region, University Church, Chicago. A year ago, a friend of mine invited me to consider being part of the council as a member, and he brought my name into the nomination committee. And I said, why you did it? I am not interested to do that. That organization doesn't work for me. And he said, well, Sergio, you have ideas and you have ways to communicate your ideas. So maybe you can be here right there and you can make a difference. And I said, well, maybe, yeah. So I accept that, and it was a great decision for me to enter, to be part of the council. First at all, because I think it was the way for me to tell my story. A Puerto Rican, a gay pastor, unable to be ordained in the church in Puerto Rico, but able to be ordained in the church here, and being affirmed and received, and I got it.
As a straight, white male, retirement age, relatively well off economically, I am among those unaffected by racial bias, unaffected by LGBTQ bias, unaffected in the sense of Ben Franklin's famous quote, "Justice will not be served until those who are unaffected are as outraged as those who are." Injustice has always outraged me. 50 years ago, it was really important for people like me to stand up because I was at less risk by standing up and being active in support of LGBTQ people. They are not at the same level of risk today, but it still matters. There is still a role, and I intend to continue to be here.
Hello, I'm Reverend Tyler Heston, pronouns he, him, his, and I'm on the clergy staff at Country Club Christian Church in Kansas City, Missouri, and on the council for the Disciples LGBTQ+ Alliance. I was brought to the work of the Alliance 4 years ago as a first-year seminarian at Bright Divinity School. I was new to the Disciples, which had only welcomed me a couple of years earlier, right after I came out and left my home church, a church not welcoming to queer people. I wanted to join in the work of the Alliance to give back to the church that gave me a home, and to make it a more inclusive home for others. True justice requires confrontation, and I see God's Spirit transforming us by guiding us into challenging conversations about what actually needs to happen for us to be just and inclusive, what we need to do, what rules need to change. We've been asking that as an alliance, and it's been hard but sacred. And I see the same conversation happening so many other places, from my own congregation here in Kansas City to churches and ministries across the country. I'm so grateful to be a part of what God is doing in our movement for wholeness as we follow Christ together.
Hello, I'm Nikki Arnold Swindle, a Disciples Minister and Chaplain and a member of the AllianceQ Council. The thing that brought me to the Alliance is the same thing that brought me to the Christian Church Disciples of Christ. After being raised in conservative evangelical traditions and becoming a United Methodist as an adult, when I decided to finally answer my call to ministry, I knew that it would have to be in a denomination in which I could practice a fully open and affirming ministry. I researched several denominations, but landed on the Disciples because of the identity statement. We are disciples of Christ, a movement for wholeness in a fragmented world. This resonated with me and the vision for what I felt God wanted from God's people. I believe sin can most easily be defined as brokenness in relationship, up, out, or in, and that if we adhere to working together to achieve wholeness in our relationships, up, out and within ourselves, we will not only have a more inclusive church, but a more just world, and will be able to experience a taste of the kingdom of God here on earth. Peace be with you.